This routine is called What Could This Be? And the goal here is that everybody responds, but if you see somebody else's response that you agree with, you can make it bold, but don't repeat it. Try to think of something else. We're going to see if we can get at least 20 different correct answers on slide 5. So, what could this be? And if I turn your text box bright green, would you go ahead and turn on your microphone and just explain to us what your thinking is for why this could be what that is?
Hi, good morning. I was thinking the 100 flat as my unit, my base unit 1. And then if that's the case, then my 10 rods or my rods would become my tenths. And then my single blocks would become my hundredths. So I figured that it'll be 1 and 35 hundredths.
Neat. And somebody else had written out what you did, but I just want them to go ahead and connect to yours.
Good morning, Teresa. That was me. I wrote this. I had a similar thinking, like that if the flat would be like representing one whole, then it would be 1 and 35 hundredths.
Awesome. How about the other one that's green?
That's me. I said it could represent money. It could be $1 and then 35 hundredths or 35 cents.
Neat. We have a connection with all 3 decimals there. How about this Roman numerals? I need a little support with Roman numerals. Tell me again how to make these.
The C is 100, each X is 10, so that's 130, and V is 5.
Very cool. All right, who put the gross of cookies? I need to get updated on a gross.
If I remember, a gross is a dozen, and that's 144. And I did my math wrong to start off with, but so 144 minus 9, I think, is 135, which is what I see. And I was actually thinking about cookies because the last time I thought about Girl Scout cookies, I was sitting in this chair. So anyway, listening to your to this session. So anyway, that's it.
I think gross is the new unit that I'm going to use to describe anything related to Girl Scout cookies because one box is just not enough. So thank you, Peter, for that.
Okay.
And now we've got the same digits, but a very different number. What about 13.5?
If you take the long rod as your unit, then it would be the equivalent of 13 long rods and 5 tenths. So taking the long as your unit.
Ah, now I want to see whose model connects with what Gail just said. So Gail talked about 13 rods and then the 1 unit. If you have a same way of seeing it, if yours is similar to that, go ahead and change your text box to any color you like to show a connection to Gail. I think there might be a couple of these that hit it. Oh, and I got to know more about the carrots. How does that connect with what Gail said?
Well, I just chose my carrot box, but when I originally saw it, I wasn't sure if you were referencing like what could it be? Like if it's this, what else could it be? So I saw like carrot sticks, but I made a connection with what she said. So they're not really correlating, but yeah.
Neat. So it sounds like you're thinking flexibly, that you see it as both a real world model, but also connected to Gail's. And I saw carrots right away with this just because of the color orange. And I thought of like a bag, a single carrot, and then the little cut up. My kids call them coins when you cut them up into those little circles. Very cool.
Yeah, I thought those carrot chunks too. I wasn't sure what the flat could be, but then yeah, a bag of carrots would work too.
We go through carrots and cucumbers like nothing else in our house. So awesome. Well, folks, this routine is all about getting kids to think flexibly, to not just look at a model and say this model always has to mean this. It also gives them a chance to make a connection with a peer. If they were going to write 135, for example, they could highlight the 135 and turn it bold and then keep on thinking and come up with more. And so this model will be used more frequently in things like decimals, or, changing the place value because of this routine. So I really enjoy this. And it's all about student voice, everyone getting a turn to speak.